to you that the body has entered now Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology. The hearse that is ferrying that particular body has entered, and the family members who are also in that particular convoy as well have alighted, and they're walking towards the main dais that will house them for the better part of the next few hours or so, since the service is expected to start, was expected rather to start at 9, but a few minutes to 9 a.m. rather. It is currently 9 or 9 a.m. They have already alighted, Doreen, and they're currently headed for the main dais, and the body will be escorted once more by the Kenya Defence Forces, a guard mounted to ensure. There you have it. There is the hearse that
moving
is bringing
very
in.
slowly as it's heading over to the tent. And look at just the military. They've really been doing this and since Thursday, moving very slowly, and I really know this is as a sign of respect as it enters to that designated area. You're seeing the arrangement, the floral arrangement, the red carpet leading to there. The military was marching quickly to come and get the body, and now they're doing that, perhaps just trying to get it out as they head over to the resting designated area where various other leaders who perhaps have come in there will also get a chance to maybe view after the service. And this service is going to be led by the Anglican Church of Kenya. Not only just as per the wishes, but also this is because this is the church that Raila Odinga used to go to. The Anglican Church was his church since way back, and the presiding bishop, Bishop David Kodia, also his long-time friend. He's the one you saw at the Nyayo National Stadium. You saw him yesterday also at Mamboleo grounds, and you will also be seeing him today at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology. We are seeing a bit of deliberations there, perhaps before they get to move the body to that resting area. Various leaders we have seen there, the CS Defense, so Ipantuya, as you mentioned, Hashim. We've also seen the Attorney General Dorcas Oduor, clear indication that also the head of state, as you mentioned, is there, the Deputy President. We've seen various other cabinet secretaries, leaders, and I also know various other dignitaries and leaders from across and beyond and wide who have also come to mourn with the family, friends, relatives, the country at large of Raila Odinga. And this, as was mentioned, is a state funeral. Perhaps you might be wondering why you're really seeing the military around. And part of what we know as is inscribed in, as far as our law is concerned, in various articles when it comes to state funerals, this is only accorded to either sitting or retired presidents, as well as Chief of Defense Forces. But in this country, since 1978, when the first president died, that's when we saw the first state funeral. And we've seen that subsequently, not just for retired presidents, but for various other individuals. In fact, the last one before this was for Mama Phoebe Asio, and there has been questions about enshrining this in law. So then there's a clear demarcation of really who to be accorded state funerals. But as so far as you know, is just aside from the three, whether it's a retired, sitting or retired president or the Chief of Defense Forces, also an individual who has made a remarkable difference in our society, someone who leaves behind a legacy. And, you know, we can bear witness that Raila Odinga is one of those individuals, given the kind of talk we're having around him. This is largely also why this state funeral has been accorded to him as one of those key important figures in this country.
And indeed, of course, you just talked about the honors that he was given by President William Ruto when he proclaimed that the ODM leader Raila Odinga is no more. And of course, we also saw the benefits or the perks that comes with a state funeral, especially conferred to a leader such as the ODM leader Raila Odinga. We also saw him lying in state in Parliament, and of course, a very integral part of the proclamation made by President William Ruto. It's one of the highest honors you will receive in a lifetime, and of course, given that he is a long-serving member for Kibra as well as Langata, and given that Parliament yesterday explained how integral in terms of lying in state, clearly stating this is the highest honor in Parliament accorded